This was our third main summer open day. We're growing internationally. I think most of the people who visit us, if they're British people, I don't think they're people that normally buy in the UK. And I think for a lot of the international visitors that we have, they've not experienced British breeding or dressage in the UK.
I have to say, every year the foals get better and better here. It's like a sweet shop, you know, you want to come here and you want to buy all the foals.
The mare herself was the top prize horse at the Verdun auction, with a filly who's by for romance.
To have these bloodlines over here with the foals that she is producing now, they're world class.
Mount St John focuses on breeding with top sport mares that are currently competing by embryo transfer. So for example, the horses that are out competing with Charlotte and EMILE, and also now with Lucinda, our apprentice rider, then we can already have and do have foals out of them. So we're not waiting until they're old retired teenage horses to then start breeding. So there's so many more possibilities with the setup that we have to do the embryos.
And now we're going to have mother and daughter in the arena at the same time, which is very special.
I think it was amazing. It was the best show ever. I really enjoy how Emma, she both have breeding and sports going hand in hand. It's a way to make horses for the future.
And alongside that, we do have some older, more established mares from really top families throughout Europe, and they're very special lines. And we also use those mares mainly by embryo transfer for breeding, so that we can have multiple offsprings from one mare in the same season by different stallions. And I think that gives us a lot of possibilities very quickly to develop our herd and improve the breeding that we're doing by learning much faster which stallions suit which mares. So what I mainly look for in the breeding is rideability is really probably our priority. Then there's possibilities for the offspring, as well as being talented movers and conformationally that they actually have the mental ability to cope with performing at that level and the training that's required.
I train both Emma and Lucinda, who's the resident rider here at Mount St John, and I train them both on the young horses. The young horses this year, they've won just about everything they've entered, both with Lucinda, of course with Charlotte as well. I also have two horses of Emma's down at mine. Delaboot, who was ridden today, is a brilliant 7-year-old mare that's just won her first Prix St George's.
At 7 years old, we're really excited for her future.
I ride for Emma. There are a few that I've really stand out for me. There's others obviously coming through, but I think definitely freestyle for me is, I have very, very high hopes for her. You can see this horse has so much ability and elasticity in her paces.
Today, seeing EMILE coming on really well with the horse that he's taken on that's progressing so well, and at 7 years old getting 72% in a second Prix St George at a Premier League level was unbelievable. And then Charlotte riding the first foal I bought, and then one of the first that I bred, and them going so incredibly and her saying such kind words about them was just amazing and really overwhelming.
I feel very honoured to be opening this. I wish Emma the very best of luck with everything. Emma has some amazing horses, and I think the future is going to be extremely exciting. Yay!
So Mount St John Competition Barn has been developed to really be a marker, I suppose, to start the launch of the competition horses. It's really important now that we keep them separate from the brood mares and the young horses, and it's also really key now to the development and the training of these horses that we do have the facilities for them that represents the quality of horses and the riders that we're working with. We focused on 12 boxes so that we could really aim to have hopefully a variety of ages coming through.
My goal competing these horses for Mount St John is to get them to Grand Prix level, and the quality of the horses are good enough to be, you know, top level Grand Prix horses. And I know obviously it's Emma's dream to be able to be part of that.
We're always learning with it, and it's growing and it's getting stronger and it's getting better lines and it's getting the ones that we've already bred, then their offspring in theory should always be better. We're always trying to improve on what we've got. Yeah, I think it's just so exciting for the future.